Good day, my name is Jerry, and welcome to Kathon's Journey, where I will be showing my journey throughout the Philippines and Asia. My motto is, go ahead and take the risk, no matter what anyone says, as to live an adventure for a fun and fulfilling life. Okay, my journey in the Philippines. This journey here takes us to one of my last trips while I was in Iloilo city here. We went up to Roxas city. I did have a previous video on that, but then after that we drove to the coastline over here to these actually somewhere along, I think around here, and then took a ferry over to these Gigante Islands. You got north and south Gigante Islands here, and as you see here, I'll zoom in a bit, and I believe this was our hotel, yeah, by the lighthouse. This was our hotel we stayed on here. We did rent a little scooter and drove around, but the main islands that we went to when we went out was down here, this right here, Mini Boracay Beach. That was a great beach that was down here. Got videos on that. Also Cambuge Beach, or whatever that is right there. I'm not going to try to pronounce these. It's real hard for me to pronounce these. And then over here is another one, and Antino Island down here, along with the lagoon, this Tanky saltwater lagoon right here. So those were the three main stops. I did think we stopped at one other place. Also, it wasn't this place. I don't know why I got this marked. Oh, this is just the whole Gigante Island in general. So anyways, this right here is going to be the video of these island tours when we were out here that weekend. Hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Bye. So this video wound up being pretty long, so I'm going to have to break it in two parts. In the first part, I'll have the cost list, and we'll take it from there. So basically, between Roxas and going to Gigante Islands, I came across this mountaintop here. I thought it was pretty cool, and it was close to the ocean and had a lot around it. So I decided to stop and get the drone out and fly up to it. As you see, doing a 360 here. Had quite a bit of lowlands, the ocean. Right here is the edge of the mountain, and when you come around for it, it had a really cool face. Obviously, you had some cliff repelling or anything that would be pretty cool, but I thought eventually that was probably because there's flags you can see here in a minute on the top. and then also on the next mountain ridge, the same thing. So I thought it would be pretty cool to find out how to get up there and just stay on top of the ridge and walk in between these 2 points, which you'll see here in a minute. So get a pretty good cliff there, up and down. Zoom in, you can see the flags right there to the top right, about 1 o'clock. Going around it, face is getting bigger right there, pretty much straight down. We had some nice rope, do a rappelling, that'd be pretty cool there. And then right here I'm going to the other ridge on the other side. But I think you get somehow, if you get up there, like follow to the right and just keep going up along the ridge and walk on top of the ridge, you could walk in between the two and hike in between the two and find you know, pretty good path up there to the top, and basically see all the way across this area. So again, a lot of mountains. Here's another face. So just something I saw on, you know, driving in between Roxas and Gigante. I think it took about, God, I don't remember, hour and 20 minutes, I think it was. Obviously, you can see it's a pretty blue day here. We didn't have no issues with driving. So it was a pretty good drive along the ocean highway also, or coastline, I should say. A lot of rice fields. And so here is the maps that we went on. As you come off the mainland, it shows you go to 2 islands. The top right is the Gigante, North Gigante and South Gigante, and it shows the number of the excursions you can do. And then there's another one that goes out to another island, which we didn't do. So we did the top one, basically stayed at North Gigante for the hotel, and then you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, most of them are through here. So you can pause here if you want to see it. I know we did the first number 1 there. I think it was number
2 and 5, and one other one that we wound up doing on the one excursion that we did. It was a total of 4 hours, pretty much lasted the entire day. You know, the lagoon, and which you'll see here in a minute. And here's the other ones. The only one on here, again, I think it was number 9, is that lighthouse, because that was right near our hotel. That's on the only one that's on North Gigante Island. And again, it was like a couple hundred yards from the hotel. We walked down to it from our hotel when we were there. So I'll share a little bit about that in a bit. Now here we are on our mainland going out to basically North Gigantes, where our hotel is. It's a pretty cool little island in the back you saw. It looked like an old inactive volcano. So anyway, we're heading out there. This little trip boat ride out there, it was kind of long actually, as I recall. Again, this is probably, I'm pretty far behind, about 3 months ago, actually more than that, probably about 5-6 months ago. So anyways, we're on the way, and you go past all these islands on the way out that you see here. Saw that little one, and then here we are coming in to going around the bend of another one. Nice rocks there. They got a lot of these rocks out there like that. It'd be nice to go out there swimming, as long as you don't have the waves or smash you up against it. But going out there, getting on top of the large ones, I did see some kids doing that, and then jumping in the water and that. So here we're coming into the main port of North Gigantes. This is where they bring you in. We did wind up renting a scooter here for the 3 days. We were there 2 nights, and but again, it was only on North Gigantes. We rode around there. Obviously we didn't go to South Gigantes, where most of the excursions and the better areas, because again, you need a ferry boat to get there. So anyway, it says welcome here to the community. Right there, you see those dogs? I think I got a picture of that right here. Yeah, they had a real big issue with rabies before, so they're going through and basically, make sure you rabies your dog and other stuff like that. Again, the Philippines has a huge amount of dogs. Most of them are, don't have owners, so they're saying obviously, rabies can kill, and go ahead and get it, make sure they're vaccinated. So, and here's our hotel we stayed at, the Hideaway Resort. It was okay. It was right on the ocean. It's it's Filipino style, hotel. It's older, so it could have been cleaner, better, but it was okay. It was pretty cheap there too. So now this is the next day. We're heading out on our excursion from North Gigantes Island to South Gigantes, and going around some of the major islands in order to get to the first excursions. So right here, you'll see this beach. This is early in the morning. This is like, 8 o'clock, if not beforehand. You'll see nobody's on this side, and you'll see nobody on the other side. We come to this beach back later, and you'll see the difference on the other side, and I'll get more into that. But just remember here, we're so early, nobody on both sides. Obviously, you can see it's a pretty nice beach. So as we went around that bend, that corner there in the peninsula, coming across, you see these cliffs here that were coming straight down. Those would be great to, as long as you can climb up them a little bit, and go some cliff jumping there too. That reminds me of Arizona, when we used to go to the Canyon Lakes and go up the cliffs there and jumping. So here's the first excursion. It's a secret lagoon. I forgot the name of it. I know it starts with a T, but it's on the map I showed you earlier. So it's got that little entrance where you come in, and then basically all around it has these large cliffs. See these cliffs going up, all these rock cliffs going up. It's pretty much straight up, and they look like they were man-made, but they're not, even as you come in. And then right here is the lagoon. So it's just water that's in here. It's only like 3, maybe 4 feet deep at the deepest, and what you see there is just about how big it is. You can see it was a little raining in the morning. We were kind of worried about that all day, that we thought may not have a good day, but it just started sprinkling a little bit in the morning. And then a couple hours later, it got pretty nice blue, and so we had a pretty good day. But real clear water. This is on the other end now of the lagoon, and but obviously real clear salt water here. Sure comes in and out with the tides. And again, that's the entrance where you come through. So now I'm on the other side of the lagoon looking up. Excuse the blurriness there from the raindrop. So obviously people come in, they go swimming here. You're not here that long, maybe, I don't even think we were like 45 minutes, half hour maybe. Now they do have fish in here. There's these little fish. They're real little, probably an inch or two. I think you see my foot. Yeah, there's an example of my foot going across how small they are. But there was quite a bit of them. You can see a hole there. I don't know if that's where they come in and out of. But, pretty small fish. Okay, here we're going to talk the cost on the journey to Roxas and then the Gigante Islands. Again, we took off from Iloilo up to Roxas for 2 days, 2 nights, and then over at Gigantes for 2 nights also. I think altogether it was like 5 days total. So actually my transportation, which basically was a full tank of gas going all the way around, was about 850 pesos. That's for my Kawasaki Z400 that used. Obviously, if you got a bike that's smaller, you'd do better gas on that for that amount of time. The ferries over was 200 pesos each to go over. It does take quite a while to get there, as I recall. I don't know, at least an hour or more, and it's 200 pesos each for one way. And then the scooter, we rented a scooter once we was on where the hotel was, and that was 700 per day. And then gas for the scooter before we left was just, again, another 160 pesos we put in. Hotels for Roxas was 1,900 a night, total of 3,800 pesos, and the other one was about 1,000 per night for 2 nights, again 2,000. So as you see, it comes out a lot more expensive in Roxas than there on the island. Again, the island's pretty secluded. It was an okay hotel room. Was pretty much on the ocean. That's the reason I got it. Cleanliness is about what you expect for Philippines. Excursion, again, a big one where we did on island tour, which is most of this video. So it was 2,000 for that, 1,000 each. Again, 2,000 for 2 of us. And the entrance fees on the different islands, they were different ones for different islands, but it was what looks like 110 pesos in order to do that. And that might have been per person though, actually, so it's probably 220 total on that one. Groceries, eating out and everything. We ate more in Roxas. We did go out, dinners there in Roxas, but then we pretty much ate Filipino food for the next 2 days after that. So you can see the cost there. Went out drinking a little bit, and then we was at right by the hotel. There was this lighthouse. We went down there, and these were these kids selling these seashell, necklaces, bracelets, stuff like that, in order to basically survive. So we bought some stuff down there for 100 pesos, which is pretty cheap. So that's it. So the grand total for the trip was about 16,200 pesos, or almost $300 for, again, 4 nights and 5 days on this excursion that we went on. So all in all, it was pretty good. I'd recommend it. The Gigante Islands, if you ever get that way, I would definitely recommend on doing it. It's pretty good excursion to do that on. All right, enjoy the video. Thanks. Bye.
You know what to do. Go ahead and hit those buttons, and thank you for watching Kathon's Journey.